Hello and welcome. I am Kronos Raven, here for a dual cast with my good friend MarioSanchez. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Alright, excellent. So,
My HUD is messed up, so I'm trying to fix it right now.
alright. Well, we'll be gentle with you for that. So let's do a quick introduction of the teams. Over on blue team, we have Antichrist Jinx running the Darius in the top lane. Dopa 406 on the jungle Hecarim. Rizfrit on the mid lane Karma, Dutchman 616 on the AD carry or marksman Ezreal, and Kataris on the support Leona. Chris, do you want to introduce Red Team
for us? Red Team, we have Viper MK2 as jungle masses. We have X Contradict, because that's what that says, support Taric, and we have Undead Cat is Sivern, AD carry, and Blue Amigo to top Renekton, and what did that say? Satsu,
I think.
Satsu is LeBlanc.
Well, it looks like there isn't going to be any real action early on. Actually, Karma might run into LeBlanc here. But Chris, who do you like in terms of... Or actually, here we go. He's going to check in, throw down the ward. Nothing goes down. Chris, what do you think about the team comps right now?
I think that purple late game purple's really gonna be looking for picks, whereas blues might be looking a little more for team fights. And purple team's gonna be looking for just to catch people out.
Alright.
But I think that I don't know who quite has a stronger early game. I don't know. I think it's different for different lanes. I think blue has a stronger bot lane, but purple has a stronger solo lane early games. But we'll wait and see on this one.
Yeah, I do think that LeBlanc should have a decent matchup against Karma. Although Karma, I mean, with that empowered Q there, does deal a lot of damage. And you can see she's forcing LeBlanc a little bit out of lane right now. So again, this is on the 3.14 patch. Everything is new. Chris and I have watched one game before this, so we will be making mistakes, and the art may confuse us, but we're going to try and go through it. Down bot, we actually have one of the new support trinkets coming out for Taric, the sweeping lens, and he clears out an enemy ward.
Yeah, I can actually not see any of the items right now, so I may end up exiting the game and coming back in.
Okay, we'll go for that. I will. I'll run this cast while you try and deal with your technical difficulties. Down bottom, we do have a stun trade. Actually, X Contradict makes a mistake and stuns a minion with a Taric stun.
That's brutal.
So I do think blue lane has a pretty good start down bottom. Sivir is almost out of mana, and also Taric is low on health. Though he doesn't have any health pots. Here's another stun down bot lane. Kataris, a good heal from Taric though. The Boomerang Blade catches Kataris on the out and back, so that will be an issue. If we want to look down items real quick, we do see that on blue team, everyone except for the AD carry, Dutchman 616. Oh, top lane Antichrist Jinx goes very low to Blue Amigo, but they all opted for the warding totem. And the Scrying Orb actually came out for Ezreal down bot, and I think that's a pretty interesting pickup. Meanwhile,
I'm back in.
Excellent. Do you have items?
I do. I can see their items. It is magical. Alright.
And actually, Darius is in a lot of trouble top lane. He started Doran's Blade, and is really low. Looks like Dopa 406 is rotating up top to try and help him out potentially. Oh, here's a catch down bot lane. Sivir actually spell shields the stun.
It looks like they're re-engaging back, but it looks like Taric's running a little too low to fight.
The thing I do like about that though is Taric does have the heal, whereas Leona doesn't. Up top lane, Blue Amigo is going to be safe. That Dopa is just too low to dive that. But he has put good pressure on it, so it should be okay for Antichrist Jinx to try and stick around. Bot lane though, the heals are coming out, and Kataris is going to have to be really careful if he chooses to re-engage.
If they get a nice catch on to Taric,
there's a root on to Karma in mid. Passive pops for LeBlanc. Nice. There's the snare off onto Viper, but no, there's the burst of LeBlanc is just so strong. Dopa's gonna have to be careful. If he sticks around too much, he may die as well. I just don't think they respected LeBlanc's burst there. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, I think Karma was just too low to go in there. She should have let either backed off or sat back while Hecarim took the damage, but just got way cut out there.
Yeah, I mean, it is tough. LeBlanc has so much mobility than almost any champion early game, and certainly for a mid laner. Interesting, if you want to look at support items, there's the stun goes out onto Dutchman, but nothing big.
Tarek has Ancient Coin, this is one I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, so this is an interesting item. Whenever a minion dies near you that you don't kill, and actually there's the activation of that scrying orb there, you gain 2 gold. So he's already gotten 86 gold out of that. Meanwhile, Kataris went for the Relic Shield, which whenever you kill a minion that's low, it actually gives bonus gold to your ADC and does a small heal. I do like the Relic Shield with Leona because it's more of a health-based item, which will really help Leona in terms of her normal tank build.
And since she doesn't have any heal or sustain, like we were saying earlier, it'll help their sustain a little and help the damage stick less.
Absolutely.
Now LeBlanc hits 6 top lanes, so Connor's going to have to be very careful.
Absolutely. That double dash or the double signal sign. Here actually she goes in, just bounces back there. Nothing big.
They blow her ultimate though, so...
Yeah, but it is such a low cooldown ulti, but here you just see Koma can't really trade. She's a level below, and LeBlanc has a Chalice of Harmony already, so that's a lot of MR for Koma to try and cut through.
Scuff top lane. Darius is already 6 where Recton is not, so... I'm kind of surprised
Also,
he
actually,
didn't do
here
more
we go.
there.
Here comes Hecarim coming in. Blue Amigo is going to get out there with the slice and dice. Interestingly, if we look onto to Red Team's side, both Renekton and LeBlanc have taken points into the Biscuiteer Mastery, which that actually now turns your potions into biscuits, which instantly restores some health and mana when you eat them, and then more over time. It's interesting for Renekton because he doesn't really need that mana regen at all.
But the instant health regeneration can save you sometimes, especially against the bleed.
That's true, and that is a good point. Meanwhile, if we look at our lanes, Karma is beating LeBlanc in terms of last hits, but this is actually a little bad on top. But LeBlanc does have that first blood. And actually, if you look at it, it looks like Ezreal also has taken, or excuse me, not Ezreal, Sivir has taken the Biscuiteer Mastery as well. That does seem like it's a single point in the utility tree, and that does seem very, very strong to me. Do you see the
I noticed with my masteries is that instead of going like 21 to one tree and 9 to another, I've been going a lot of 21-5-4s more, just because the top level of masteries are just very strong right now, in my opinion.
Okay, I can see that. Actually, you can see, I was in a previous game I was looking at this and I couldn't figure it out. The little blue rotating orb around Leona is actually the number of charges she has on her Togon's brace now. And would you see the initiate? Ezreal isn't 6 yet. If he was able to throw out True Shot Barrage, he may have been able to take Contradict down there, but it looks like Leona's going to get another stun here. This should be Contradict being dead. Flashes out.
Nice flash.
Oh, nice catch with the Zephyr Blade. And really nice play there. Kill into bot lane. So, very good play. We can see that Leona hasn't taken the Biscuiteer Mastery now that she does have a mana potion in her inventory.
That only did health potions, though.
Oh, does it do health potions? You must be right. So
I may be wrong, but I thought it was.
Well, either way.
So otherwise you have 2 types of biscuits. But...
good point, good point. Actually, it looks like almost everyone on Red Team has taken that Biscuiteer Mastery point. Meanwhile, if we want to check Nasus, he is Jungle Nasus, but he does have 117 damage from his stacks. Of course, in the jungle he can't get that. Chris, what do you think of the items that have come out thus far?
Let's see here. I'm kind of confused about the double Thorns Blade onto Darius. I feel like... I don't know, I feel like he should start building some of his items, but... I mean, I guess he just really wants that early lane dominance. which he hasn't really been capitalizing on is the thing. Like, had he been dominating his lane, I would have said, double Dorans would be fine.
We have to go in, and actually, Darius probably, he's going to die to this Ignite tick, I think. Yep.
Well, it looks like Hecarim will pick up, actually, and they will get the assist as well, so.
That will help. It looks like, Kataris does go down to Nasus. The ulti goes off. It looks like this is going to be a double kill.
Gonna die.
Oh, the flash back, tries for the jukes, double kill for Nasus there. So unfortunately, I didn't see how they got caught out there. It looks like Kataris was dewarding and just did get caught out. Really interesting change. Vision Woods now are no longer invisible. You can only have one of them out on the map. So that is something to be aware of. No invisible Vision Woods.
Well, they do take longer to kill.
Yeah, they do have 5 hit
hits.
points. Yes. We do see that the Spirit of the Ancient Golem is complete for Nasus now.
Yeah. Boots of Swiftness will help him get around the map faster.
And actually, Sivir pops ult to try and push down this
This
turret.
tower. It looks like they'll get it because they have a fresh wave of minions there.
Yeah, and Dutchman doesn't have his ulti to throw to try and clear that wave. So, it looks like this turret will go down. Yep, there's going to be the last hit there.
But if Sivir sticks around, she might die, but looks like she's backing off.
In mid lane, we do see LeBlanc and Koma tussling. Oh, and a minion gets in the way, blocks that empowered Q from hitting LeBlanc, and that's just going to make it so Wizford can't go in anymore. Oh, here comes Hecarim, though. This is... LeBlanc may try and trade a kill here. Ignite goes down. Oh, nice trade. Is Koma going
looks
to
like
live?
Karma will get out.
Snipe goes onto... Does not catch
almost
Tarek
its
there.
contract.
Yeah. Gets out with about 100 HP. So if we look at the gold, teams are actually even right now. And the Outer Lizard Spirit comes out for Hecarim.
And he also has Boots of Swiftness.
So we're going to have some very fast junglers here. What do you think of the top laners' items, with Darius going for Phage, whereas it looks like Renekton's going to be going for that more traditional Sunfire cape?
I like it, especially since it seems like Renekton's taking a lot of harass from Darius. He's going to need that armor. And it'll just help him with split pushes, which is something that Renekton just loves to do.
Also, I mean, it just doesn't make him that tanky beast with the bonus hit points from Dominus. Oh, here comes the initiation from Kataris. Forces the cleanse out.
Stun.
Yeah. Actually, Dutchman's low on mana. It doesn't look like he wants any part of this, actually. Ignite goes down on Dutchman, and the Boomerang Blade cleans him up.
Looks like Clay might go down here, too. He's no tower to run to.
Yeah, that's very true. He gets the stun down. He doesn't have flash up and no exhaust either. So Contradict takes that kill. So that's not great. That bot lane is going a little rough. I do think there was a slight mistake on Kataris' part there. Ezreal just didn't have the mana for an engagement there. So, a small mistake, but certainly did lead to a bit of an issue there. I will say I'm a bit rougher on supports because I do play support when I decide to play. Up top, though, Hecarim comes into lane. But it's
he wants a reward. So
yeah.
I'm interested
with
in
those,
what Darius is going to build that Phage into. I don't think Trinity Forge is that good of an item on Darius, because I don't think he does any magic damage.
True. You do have the Sheen proc, though. I don't think he casts enough spells. He could... Phage still builds into Frozen Mallet, though. Am I correct in that?
It does not.
It does not. So he is going to build that into a Triforce.
Well, I think... Is there something else it builds into? Hold on, I'm going to look this up real quick, because I'm not...
100% sure. Meanwhile, Red Team does take Dragon. They've stretched to about a 2k gold lead. Koma actually throws something out. Oh, here goes the charge from Hecarim. He will go down, and LeBlanc dies as well. And there goes Tarek. So we do have a 2-for-1 trade for Blue Team. So nice trade for them, but Dragon does go the way of Red Team. Meanwhile, Darius pulls Renekton under the tower, but he gives no cares. He slices and dices out.
And after checking the wiki, Phage only builds Infinity Force on Summoner's Rift, so...
Interesting. I mean, I can understand. It is a strong...
I guess it's not a terrible item, but I feel like there might be better items you could build.
Yeah, I would just like to see Darius get a little bit tankier.
Yeah.
So we do have... Sifra has actually upgraded her totem into the Greater Stealth Totem. Actually, no, that comes when you hit level 9. Yes, so that's a free upgrade when you hit level 9. But we do see that support gold change coming in, and Tarek's already picked up an Aegis of the Legion with a shiny new icon. If we look
it's
at
really
his,
nice.
Nomad's Amulet, which he's upgraded. He's got about 400 gold off of that right now. So now, with the upgraded passive, he now gets 4 gold from every minion death. Meanwhile, if we look over at Kataris, he's pillaged 642 gold, but I think that's split, so he's made slightly less than 300. Meanwhile, we do have 3 men top lane, but they decide not to go into Antichrist Jinx. No, they're going to loop around for it. He's almost out of mana here.
I think he's dead.
I think he's very dead as well. Here comes the ulti. Yeah, especially with the LeBlanc burst, I just don't see this going any other way. There's the snare, and Satsu does take the...
And that's going to be a tower, too.
Absolutely. One thing to remember...
Ekram going to try and come in, it looks like, but no, he's just going to back off because he can't do anything.
The Ezreal ulti will splash through, but it's a little late. One thing to remember is that you do have the tower changes now, so there is... Oh, good catch. Sivir ulti. Sivir may go down here. Flashes the Leona ulti, though, and we'll get out. Meanwhile, X-Contradict
but they do trade a tower, which is good for them.
Yes. If they can catch X-Contradict, that could be good, but Renekton's fighting with Dopa for 6 up in top lane. I don't know who can win that fight. Meanwhile, it looks like... Oh, here comes Kaoma. This could be a big turn. There goes the kill. Wizfrit picks that one up. Contradict may fall now too. There's the stun from Leona and a double kill onto Kaoma. Really nice play there. I was a little worried about how long they were going to hang along. But, oh, and there goes that scrying lens to see that Satsu is in the area. Meanwhile,
the whole
top
team bot lane stayed way too long there, but looks like Renekton may go down.
Yep, Renekton does go down. He tanked with Hecarim a bit too long. Kataris is going to be caught out there, but his AD carry is going to get out, and it looks like Kaoma might as well. Yeah, there's the... Oh no, Ghost has been popped by Nasus. This could be close. He does have red buff as well. Forces the flash out from Wizfrit.
There's with it. That's probably death.
Yeah, no, there's the... He's gonna have to get another... There's another... No, this could get him out. Hecarim is here now. Wizfrit will get out. I think Kaoma may have used the empowered, chain there, which will instantly regenerate some of her health there. Meanwhile, if we look at items, Ezreal has finished his Infinity Edge. What do you think about that Infinity Edge first build there, Chris?
It's not what you're seeing nowadays. Usually nowadays it's either Trinity Force Rush or a blue build with starting tier, but...
Meanwhile, Satsu gets caught out. Not the best clone micro there, but he will get away. Oh! Dutchman comes in, and it looks like Contradict was wanted to help out a little bit too much. He may go down here.
Nass is coming around the back, so he may be able to clean it up.
Good stun there. I like this play, just turning around by Contradict. But looks like he will fall to Hecarim there. So, game has turned around. Blue team is now taking the kill lead and a slight gold lead now. But
sure what Tarek was trying to do there going in 2v1, but...
Well, I think he turned back in there because he did see Nasus coming in, and if he could catch out Ezreal, there may have been a play there. So I don't know if his decision was the best, but I can see the logic behind it at the very least. I
feel like he should have waited to the tower because he wasn't defending anything, and he just sort of went and died. But...
That's fair. Meanwhile, top lane, we can see that Antichrist Jinx has decided to go more towards the Sunfire Cape, and here comes Kaoma actually onto Blue Amigo. Is going to pop Dominus now. He's got full stacks of bleed though, and Darius does have his ulti up. Yep, there it goes. Meanwhile,
this is why Darius is dealing damage.
Yep.
He wants to kill Renekton.
Meanwhile, Satsu does get caught out, flashes away, and then, very nice distortion back. Satsu will get out. Those plays just make LeBlanc infuriating to play against.
Yeah, LeBlanc is just slippery as hell. It's really annoying.
Meanwhile, there goes that Kaoma empowered Q hits for a lot of damage. And actually, it looks like they're gonna... no, they decide not to go in on Viper Mode 2.
No, you just keep them off tower so they can get it. Looks like it's probably going down.
Yep. This is a 4-on-5 though, so blue team will have to be very careful about any sort of engagements. Looks like that gets pinged out, and Kaoma will throw out that empowered Inspire to get them out.
One thing I noticed is interesting is looks like Sivir is rushing Blade of the Ruined King, and I thought that she usually built Bloodthirster, but I could be wrong.
I mean, if memory serves, the AD ratio on that on her Boomerang Blade is really, really good. But we'll have to see what goes on there. Meanwhile, Nasus has completed a Sunfire Cape of his own. Oh, that has some sexy new art. And Dragon's actually going to be taken by blue team here. It's going to put them...
There's actually 2 Sunfire Capes on the red team right now.
Yeah.
One on Renekton and one on Nasus.
Oh, here goes a fight. Mid lane, Satsu will... Oh, Kataris comes and cleans up. I don't know if he needed to do that. Ignite might have taken it, but tell you what, with LeBlanc, that is a better safe than sorry situation.
No telling, because Karma was low, and so if LeBlanc had a turn, she might have been able to trade.
Actually, look at how far Kataris is out here just farming away.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, he might get cut out.
Yeah, here comes Tarek in, but no, he does
Looks like he's going to be out
back
safely.
away. Actually, if you look at blue team, there's still 3 players on their team who still only have brown boots. So, certainly not the most mobile right now, but it hasn't really hurt them thus far. I think Coma with that Inspire Shield will help out a lot. Also, Coma's picking up blue buff for their team now. In terms of looking at the items mid lane, what do you see there, Chris?
Let's see.
Anything you like or dislike? We have Athene's and Holy Grail on both sides, but actually, Viper Mark 2 is going in on Antichrist's Jinx, but decides to back off there as they see a huge gank squad coming in. Full 5-man team, forces a flash out. Hecarim will ulti in. Looks like they're just going to take a tower here. I don't think red team should stay around at all. They're just going to get dove. Oh, there's the catch. And that's going to be Blue Amigo daring down. There's no way around it. Meanwhile, LeBlanc does take a tower mid. But that's going to get traded back for a kill.
Back to the mid lane. Some kind of strange that LeBlanc LeBlanc went for the blasting one and then went for the cloth armor. It's kind of like she's a little indecisive when she wants to finish first.
Yeah. I think it may just been one of the things where they backed and maybe LeBlanc wants to go for the Zonias, but just decided that given what was up, it was just going to be, this is what they had.
Initially, she had 800 or so gold and wanted to work on her death cap, and then she decided she needed the armor because she was getting hurt by Ezreal and Darius too much.
That's fair. Yeah, I like that. And actually, we do have a Trinity Force. Looks like coming out for Ezreal now. So Infinity Edge into Trinity Force with that Sheen pickup. Also,
as far as usually, Ezreal tend to go Phage first on their Infinity Force, but it looks like he's going Sheen into whatever builds out of
Zeal?
Dagger. Zeal, yes, there we go.
Well, I think one of the things is Phage is just such a strong laning item with that extra attack damage and health. But now that you're in a more of a poking stage for Ezreal, where he doesn't want to brawl as much, I think it's a pretty strong pickup. Actually, here we go, a fight in the jungle. Here comes Darpa in, and the Ezreal ult splashes across. Leona's stun catches Viper out, and a shutdown goes to Coma. So that's actually a 5-man assisted kill. So about 400 gold going into blue team there. It's 23 minutes in. Blue team could potentially look to Baron here. Actually, Undead Cat gets caught out there. He's forced to flash. Hecarim dives in. Looks like Blue Amigo's going to go down here. Yeah, and actually Contradict needs to be really careful about his positioning there.
It's kind of interesting. In the beginning, I figured that red team would be the one catching people up, but now it's like blue team is the one catching people out more than red team.
Blue team, I think, has just been more willing to group as 5. And also, with the mobility that Hecarim and Coma offer, it's not to be underestimated. Contradict goes down, just absolutely gets caught out. He's a little bit too close to the tower. They just can't hold that right now. That's going to be an inhib, and I think blue team can probably back and then look to Baron. There's no wards on that side of the map for red team. Actually, looks like they may party rock. Here's the catch onto Satsu. Looks like they're pinging out. They don't want any part of this. Kataris is going to get out. So we have had the gold lead snowball. It's about a 6k gold lead now. Mainly coming from those kills. Farm everywhere except for Nasus is favoring red team, but something to remember is with Leona's Face of the Mountain item pickup, she does want to get last hits. So there is a bit of gold coming in from that.
Yes. He misspoke. farms going in favor of the blue team, not the red team.
Ah, thank you. Yes, I knew what I wanted to say. I just didn't say it.
I know. Just figured I'd help you out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So people would watch and be like, "What? No, it's what? What is he looking at? What game is he watching?"
A different game with the same people in it. But either way, we do see a back, and Koma's picking up a needlessly large rod, and has finished her Leandri's Torment. Meanwhile, Leona also picks up the Locket of the Iron Solari. So there's some big item completions there for blue team, and actually the Locket and the Aegis is actually a really good pickup for both sides, actually, because there are 2 Sunfire Capes, and that is magic damage dealt by the Cape.
Yeah, I really like the new support items. It lets the supports get Locket, which I feel like Locket is a better item on supports, because when it's on junglers, tend to be divers and tend to be going in, and so the aura isn't as effective. But depending on the support tends to like to be back with the carries.
Yeah, healing more. Contradict gets caught out here. He went in for a stun, and he had that Koma tether on him, and it just looks like Dope is just going to chase him down. Hecarim has found up the Sheen, so he's hurting for more now. I'd expect to see... Looks like he's just going to stick on the Sheen for now, but here comes a fight, actually. 4-member caught out. Actually, but here comes from the bot lane. 5 members converging for blue team. Hecarim flashes over on the side. Viper's going very low. Rizfritz dodging out. Nice ulti from Leona, catches out Nasus, but it is a trade 1-for-1. Meanwhile, Renekton is on Ezreal, but LeBlanc flashes over to get away from Antichrist Jinx. Blue Amigo flashes out, but here a flash comes out from Dutchman. He's going to follow over, and it looks like Blue Amigo is going to go down here. There's the stun and the kill. So all in all, we have a 3-for-1 trade there. And actually, a surrender vote comes out at 4-0. So, what are your thoughts on that game, Chris?
I really think that the purple team had a hard time capitalizing off of things, and blue team just sort of took advantage of that game early and then let it go. Purple team spent a lot of time off farming, while blue team was looking for picks, and that ultimately gave them an advantage.
I mean, true, but if you do look at the farm is decent, pretty strong for blue team as well. Not to contradict you, but...
I'm just saying they're off doing other things, not necessarily farm. But
okay, fair enough. We did see, I think, blue team roam as a gang squad more, and they didn't really... I feel like they didn't capitalize on their advantages in both top and mid lane. We saw that early first blood go to LeBlanc, but Nasus is not a ganking jungler. He's not very strong at that, and especially in mid lane, where the lane is so short. Mm-hmm. But it is just one of those things where I feel like Renekton was absolutely beating out Darius top lane, and there just wasn't any help to really push those lanes ahead. Because in that last fight, we saw that Blue Amigo on the Renekton was able to get right onto Ezreal, but he just couldn't deal enough to peel that Ezreal off. I mean, Ezreal's just a great carry in the fact that he can so easily escape from those diving junglers or top laners. But I just feel like there wasn't enough... The red team didn't do enough to get the lanes that were winning for them ahead. Any last thoughts, Chris?
I guess one thing is that blue team, whenever they won a fight or whatever, they always tried to push towers, and the little that red team won, they didn't really get that many towers, and I mean, really, if you don't get towers, you can't win the game, and so that's really what... I mean, because towers is gold, it's vision, and it's gets you closer to their nexus.
Even with the tower changes, there's still global gold going out there. So I think you're absolutely right on that. Chris, is there any place people... Are you on the YouTubes? Can people track you down for anything? Or are you just joining me?
I am on the YouTubes, but I don't have any videos or anything.
So you're not a content producer yet. We will hopefully fix that in the future.
Hopefully.
Alright, so once again, I'm Kronos Raven, and this has been... Chris, MarioSanchez, and we will be signing off. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. And we'll see you all next time.